What's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here, just to talk to you a little bit about The Americans, Season 3 and Season 4. Wow.
What's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel.
Hey, I'm Sylvia Saska.
And I'm Jen Saska.
And we're the Saska Sisters. Get in! Get a part of this! Subscribe to the little butt down there! Look.
And it's been a bit since I've talked about The Americans, and I really apologize for that now. I mean, I did a video on Season 1. I did watch Season 2, which I did really like. Don't get me wrong, but I think I just missed my window to do that. I got caught up on other things, so... But I kept watching, and I've finally come back to The Americans full force. I kind of blazed through Season 3 not too long ago, honestly. And I watched Season 4 at a more steady pace, not because I was less interested, but because I was trying to make it last. I'm in the middle of Season 5 right now on Amazon Prime. And I just gotta say, the show is absolutely terrific. And I'm not going to do it nearly enough justice by talking about one season, let alone two seasons at once, like I'm trying to do right now. There's no way I can cover the detail, the steady, subtle character development, the intense building thrill of it all that really develops so organically. I can't do it enough justice, and I can't sing its praises enough, but I did at least want to cover these two seasons before I talk about the last two, not too long down the road from now. The Americans on FX, really just excellent, superb. The Americans, I think, is a really special and well-made show. Oh man, it's hard to describe. Of course you guys know what it's about if you're watching this video. About two of the middle seasons. I'm also watching a show called Killjoys right now, and I enjoy that in a different way. But with The Americans, it's like when I'm watching it, with any show, sometimes you're really immersed in it, and sometimes you sort of get that lingering feeling, like that lingering active feeling that you're watching a show, you know what I mean, that doesn't quite feel real, and that's okay. Not every show needs to feel 100% real or believable, but when it comes to a drama like this, it should, and it does 110%. When I'm watching The Americans, I feel like I have to pay attention every second, and when I'm watching it, I feel completely immersed into the world and the character scenario. There's not one main actor on this show, or really one supporting actor that I can think of, that misses a step, that takes you out of it. The production value feels very open, yet really realistic to the time and the setting and stuff like that. Again, the actors are all amazing. The dialogue, it's really well written. The show is still a slow burn, but it's really well paced and builds just a little bit more with its tenseness every season. And sometimes there will be these visceral moments of violence that really do deliver as well. It's just incredible, and I'm not even done with the show yet, and I'm already saying that. I really enjoyed both seasons. I can't say which one I liked more. I think they're both on the same playing field. I like the first two seasons as well, but I think Season 3 and 4 stepped it up in an even bigger way somehow. Before I do forget to mention it, particularly like episode 9 of Season 3. it featured, the woman at the warehouse, basically, right? The whole thing about, do male robots dream of electric sheep? The whole "this is what you do," and just where she poisons this lady and basically talks to her while she dies. This old woman that keeps the records late at night and everything, and she has this line to Elizabeth, about her children and everything, and she goes, "That's what evil people say when they do evil things." And I can't do that line justice. It sounds so good coming from her, though, and then they're playing on Elizabeth's psyche and sort of stance on things so well. And Elizabeth and Philip, they did sort of clash in these 2 seasons, with Philip maybe starting to enjoy life in America a little bit more. Elizabeth, she's taking sympathy on things and maybe sort of starting to question some things, but Philip's definitely getting more used to it and maybe not believing as much in the cause, whereas Elizabeth, for the most part, is still kind of standing firm, but you can tell maybe she's, the work's starting to wear on her as well, from a human soul perspective and stuff like that. So that's all been brilliantly done. And even the woman at the factory, her death has come up as recently as end of season 4 into season 5, so I like how that's played. I think Noah Emmerich has done a really good job, as Stan Beeman. He's sort of like our Hank, from Breaking Bad of the show, if you will. Sorta. You do like him and Philip's friendship. Philip does actually genuinely like him. Then there's the whole thing with Martha. I don't have her name up right now for some reason. Let me see if I can get it real quick. She did a really nice job in season 4 as well. Let me just see if I can pull it up really quick. Yep, Allison Wright. With her being forced to leave and everything, I actually ended up tearing up a little bit when she was saying goodbye to her parents on the phone and such. And she has made a brief appearance in season 5, so I'm wondering what's going to happen when she's incorporated back into it, if she is. I really like Stan and Oleg's sort of friendship. Friendship, yeah, because they both did go to each other for certain things and sort of show a side of themselves they won't really let anyone else see, and they could sort of share things with each other. I like how that's been done. Not really in your face, but you can tell it's a building sort of bond that they share. And now, of course, the FBI is making it look like Stan's trying to hold something over Oleg's head to blackmail him, but of course that's not what's going on. And then Nina, I don't want to say it's a problem with the show, but if there was like a part I was least interested in over the series so far, it would probably be Nina's story. And it's not badly done or anything. I just, whenever we go to Nina, it's like, okay, let's get back to the Jennings here or something, But I was surprised by her death in the middle of season 4. That took me off guard. Just, kind of led away and just, shot in the head. And I felt like I was very realistic. I mean, I feel like they had to make a choice or more like that for some of the characters anyway, to keep you immersed in, the time period and what these characters were actually involved in. So I thought that was a bold but smart choice to kill her like that at that point. Really sad ending for her story, but I don't know, I think it, fits with, again, the type of story they're telling, and they still have a really strong female lead, and, so I think it's still good on that end, but I know there's people that probably took offense to it, but I think it was a good decision. And again, I could talk about the performances all day. I know Matthew Rice actually won, I think it was a Golden Globe or an Emmy, I forget which one, he won it very deservedly, but Kerry Russell, I cannot say enough about her. I think she's one of the greatest female characters in any TV series ever, and I'm not just regulating it to females either. I think she's one of the greatest characters on TV I've ever seen, or any sort of series, even streaming and such. Both her and Philip are changing in different ways, but you feel like Elizabeth sort of has the most ways to go in terms of I don't know if you want to say redemption, but in terms of changing, I guess. And she's absolutely fascinating. Kerry Russell, her presence, her strength, her flickers of vulnerability that you see in her backstory and everything, it's absolutely fascinating. And I definitely watched that Felicity series she did after this, but this is a totally different sort of role for her, I know. And she's just so believable, and I am absolutely hooked. I am compelled by the Americans in almost every scene. Of course, ironically, there's that whole chemical sickness thing with the actor who played Dr. Connors in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I can see if I can pull him up right now. Dylan Baker, he was good to see. I'm also seeing Laurie Holden in season 5, but we'll talk about that in my season 5 video. Of course, Holly Taylor as Paige. She's doing a really nice job. That's been a big focus of the series. With her getting so close to the pastor, and then slowly finding out more information about what her family's actually doing, and them having to choose how to let her in on it. A little bit kind of wean her into it, but at the same time, they don't know if they really want that for her daughter. Philip especially, then she's struggling within herself. And Franklin Gillis' character Gabriel, who is just great on the show, by the way. He sort of, I think, caring more for Elizabeth and Philip than he might let on personally, but he's still trying to keep it, to the mission, right? And Marco Martindale, when she does appear, I hope she comes back a little bit more. Oh man, it's just just incredible. And there's just so many little plot points that develop throughout the season that I could go into, and I know I'm forgetting some already. I just cannot say enough about this show, guys. I think it's both personally and objectively one of the best shows I've ever seen. If I do want to make more like general TV show lists in terms of like my top favorites in different categories, and like an overall all-time list at some point for sure too. But I think The Americans is really one of the smartest shows I've ever watched. It's just really intricate, and yet it still feels relatable, and it's not convoluted or anything. So a really great achievement. The show gotten way more attention. I'm already saying that when I'm not even done with it. I know I got like a Peabody Award or something, which is great. In terms of like big general award shows, it should have blazed through them all. Oh man. What happened with Gad and Philip going to Est, and seeing Stan's wife there, and kind of the issue that came up with that. I know there's more too. I wish I could talk about it for a little bit longer, but I do gotta have dinner at some point. But I just want to say just how good and pleased I am with these 2 seasons of The Americans, and I'm really enjoying season 5 on the same level right now too. So consistent in quality. And feel free, bring up any other part of the show and we'll talk more about it for sure. I'm giving both seasons of The Americans, season 3 and 4, somewhere within the A range, A+. Put it up there if you want, it deserves it. So yeah, let me guys think about these 2 seasons of The Americans without spoilers, where they rank them on your overall ranking of the show. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.